Here's 10 things you need to know when starting a new game in Fallout 4. At number 10, build a place to live. In the beginning, when you start out in Sanctuary Hills, you're given a plot of land, plenty of material, and it's time to start building, because having a safe place to go to and return to is very important for many reasons. Number 1, you get your own bed you can sleep in. But most importantly too, it's just a good place, a centralized place where you know you store all your equipment. Why store it in random containers throughout the wasteland when you can keep it all in one centralized place? It makes sense, right? Not to mention the fact that building in your sanctuary opens up all these new homestead gameplay options of managing crops, building other people's houses and managing them and giving them duties. It's a whole other metagame and it's a ton of fun, so you should get into it. At number 9, you need to know some important perks. Now, they're all pretty useful, but the ones you should really jump into right away are the Blacksmith, Gun Nut, and Armorer perks. These way you can have access to upgrading all your cool stuff. With these perks, you're going to be able to mod your weapons to their fullest potential, be it melee weapons or pistols and guns and rifles. And being able to upgrade and beef up your armor is going to be super advantageous to you because the beginning of the game is really difficult, so you're going to need as much defense and damage resistance as you can possibly get. At number 8, here's some advice I wish I had when I started the game. Get to Diamond City as soon as you possibly can. The second you're strong enough, venture out, make the trip, and get there, because the game gets 10 times more exciting once you're there. I was playing Fallout 4 for the first few hours and going, this is alright, this is pretty cool. But by the time you get to Diamond City, things really step up in terms of just having a really cool town to go to. There's a ton more missions, and you really get more introduced to the world that is Fallout 4. So that tough, arduous trip to Diamond City is totally worth it. And like I said, do not put it off. Put it on your priority list and get there. Be sure to pay attention to junk and actually collect it. It's not just garbage. If you are into the base building and crafting systems, you'll notice that each piece of junk actually has specific components within it that can be used to build certain things in your homestead. And some of these materials are really specific and very hard to find. And you're going to want to build all this cool stuff around your new place, be it a water purifier, power generators, light bulbs, couches, anything. And the pieces you need to make these things are contained in the junk. It's all in the junk, I'm serious. It's very important to collect and hoard this shit because you're gonna need it and you're gonna thank me later. At number 6, here's a nice little tip. When you exit Vault 11 in the beginning of the game, go to Sanctuary Hills, meet Codsworth, have that whole conversation, and then go into your old house. When you go into your son's room, you can find a book. Sometimes it's on the table, sometimes it's on the floor, and it's the Your Special book. Fun fact, this is actually the book that you use to assign special points in Fallout 3. Click on this book and it'll let you permanently assign an extra point to any special stat. So there you go, congratulations. You just got a free point that you can spend on whatever. Charisma, strength, intelligence, luck, what have you. At number 5, we've got some tweaks for you PC players that might feel a little nitpicky about certain aspects of the game. We saw these facts on Reddit, and we can credit them to the user Greyfell. I'm not really going to get into them because for some people it's a little bit more complicated to explain, but we've linked it below. You can fix and adjust mouse aiming a little better, and there's a fix to adjust the field of view to your liking. All you have to do is go into the INI files and do that. Some of you PC fans might thank us later. At number 4, here's something that took me way too long to realize through my playthrough. You can actually give dog meat armor. I can't tell you exactly where to pick up this armor because it's kind of seemed somewhat random for me. But if you do find it, you can click on dog meat and use him as an inventory thing and transfer him items. You can put in his inventory a headpiece and a chest piece for dog armor, and then it'll automatically equip on him. It gives him a slight edge in battle, and he looks awesome. He looks like a Mad Max warrior dog. What's cooler than that? And like I said, it took me way too long into my playthrough to figure this out. So, now you guys know. Food for thought. At number 3, here's something I learned the hard way. Power armor can't swim. That being said, you can survive with it underwater, but you're not going to be able to swim across a riverbed if you try. And it made a quick river cross I plan to do take 5 minutes instead of 2. And at number 2, here's something a little helpful. If you've been playing Fallout 4 even just for a few hours, keen-eyed players have probably picked out a couple of bobbleheads. These little collectible Vault Boy bobbleheads give you little extra abilities in the game, and they're just fun to collect. And in previous Fallout games, you've been able to display them. This time around, though, it's a little bit trickier. All you have to do to display them is build a bobblehead holder. You go into the crafting menu, and then you go to the furniture tab and in the miscellaneous category. And it's right there. You can build it, and then hit transfer and place your bobbleheads in it, and then they will all appear on display. And there you go. Easy. Now your house looks a little cooler. And at number 1, you probably want a good excuse to get out of work or school to play Fallout 4 all day, right? Well, here's something kind of cool. Pete Hines, Bethesda's chief spokesman, actually released a signature that you can use to get out of work. This is kind of stupid, but he tweeted a doctor's note that you can fill out and try and actually pass off as a real thing. I don't know anyone who's actually tried it yet, but I'd like to hear if any of you did. It's pretty light and not believable at all, but I seriously want to know if anybody tries this. Let us know. It probably won't work, but good luck!